Hey, welcome to Shaping Shenanigans. I'm Janae.
I'm Katie.
And I'm Aria.
How was your guys' week? How's things going in your life, baby? Ooh, everybody's so tense.
This has been a week.
Yeah, it's a very loaded question there.
Yeah.
Loaded question.
So what's your shenanigan of the week?
So mine is, so for those of you who don't know, I have some dark humor. And as y'all get to know us, you'll learn about my dark humor. But so anyways, my company that I work for, we do dress up days on Fridays. And last Friday for Father's Day, it was dress like your dad. And so I told my supervisor, I was like, oh, I guess I just won't show up. And so, in case you didn't catch it, yeah, so I'm estranged from my dad, so little joke there for you. Yeah, cue the fiddle.
Same. Hi.
That's my shenanigans.
What about you, Aria?
My shenanigan of the week is the company that I work for. They're in the process of expanding, I'll say. So they had cleaners come in and shampoo all the carpets, and they made this huge deal about it, right? Come back the next day, the carpets still smell like pee.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so we're just,
Yeah, I feel like that's something AVA companies just do not get carpet. Like,
no, please don't.
Get like the little padded floors.
Yeah.
That you can pull up in.
Because it's really unsanitary. And then when I heard the backstory about one of the carpets of the room, I was like,
the backstory?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Somebody was just in there peeing all over the floor.
Oh.
Yes. I was like, oh, maybe I should be sitting right here.
Yeah,
right
like,
now.
maybe you should not sit on the floor.
Yeah. So that's my shenanigan of the week.
Okay. I'm going to kind of piggyback off that with the padded floors a little bit. At my center, this kid ate lunch, and we have like the spinning swings.
Mm-hmm.
Just going up to
Oh no!
all on there. Luckily, we have padded floors.
Good job.
But you know what I did? Because I was in the lunchroom, I closed the door because you know who else is gonna upchuck? I see that me. Okay.
How you work with kids? You can't see through it.
I can do poop.
Yeah.
I can do pee. I can do throw up. It's something about,
you know what?
Especially if
it's
it's
the
food.
Smell. It's the smell.
It's the smell and the look. Like if it's food, if it's like, you know, you had an acid more so throw up, I could possibly do that.
Yeah.
But like food, chunks of food.
Yeah.
It makes me throw up thinking about that. Yeah.
So I just closed the door and everybody else just kind of went and helped clean up. And I was like, good job, guys.
Go team.
Because who can't do it? Me.
You know what? That's so true. That is so true. It'd be the smell that just gets me. Like, cannot do it.
And I hate throwing up as well.
Oh,
little fun fact about me, I cry when I throw up. So.
Me too.
Me too. Oh, I'll be hugging the toilet.
I'd just be like crying and like Sebastian's like holding my hair back and I'm just like,
are you good? No,
I'm
not good.
Not good.
I'm dying.
It's just terrible. So yeah, that is my shenanigan of the week. How are you guys doing outside of your shenanigans?
Good, I guess. Just life is, navigating being a BCBA while also trying to navigate like personal and like work-life balance. And I think that's something really huge that I learned in my first year as a BCBA. Kind of jumping into our topic already.
Well, let's get into that topic. Our first years. Let's talk about it.
Unpack that first year of being a BCBA. Something that I learned really quick is you need to have that work-life balance, and you need to advocate for yourself and learn how to say no. This is the field where it's easy to be a yes man and easy to fall into like, oh, but like this kiddo needs this, or this kiddo needs that, or this tech needs this, and it's like, oh yeah, like I can do this and then I'll go home. I can do this and then I'll go home. Before you know it, like you're taking work home and then you're doing all this stuff, and it's like it gets very overwhelming, and then you forget like, oh, I'm also like a person too, and so it's kind of hard to navigate, but I think that's really important to like learn as a first year BCBA is to have that like work life balance.
I can definitely say that is something that I'm learning, like with still being in my first year as a BCBA. I definitely like set certain things, like try to set up really like healthy boundaries for myself. But life be lifing, and you know, you don't always get it right. I definitely was against like bringing work home. I will say more recently I have had to bring work home just because, you know, like I'm in my role, but there's people still above me. We're all human, but everyone don't always get it right. And that's the frustrating part. So I think when some processes just don't go the way that they should go, and at the end of the day, it falls back on you because you're the BCBA. You're in control, like you're responsible for certain things, making sure the stuff gets done.
Yeah.
And people will say like, "Oh, we're gonna help you," and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it falls back on the BCBA who has to get all the stuff done. So just navigating like finding that healthy work-life balance, I can't say that I found it. Like most of the time, I'm just like, what the. If it's not one thing, it's something else. It's just like a lot of things that pop up. But teach me your ways because I'm trying to.
It really took me a minute to get there because I think it also stems from like my anxiety too of like having to be like a people pleaser and like. So it's like really hard to say no, but like especially like working for like certain companies, like you have to learn to say no because they'll just keep dishing it out. If you'll keep taking it on your plate, then they'll just keep filling your plate up. And then expect that from you. Like whenever you try to take that step back. So something that I have like for me is I have like a little reminder like on my laptop that says like you are worthy of like. You know, you're still worthy of things even if you are prioritizing your own needs. And so I think that's really important. But it does take a lot of practice to like set those boundaries. And another big one for me is like, especially being a salaried employee, being a BCBA is my first time ever being on salary versus being an hourly employee. And so it's really easy to like, you know, keep racking up the hours and you're not even realizing like, oh, I'm at 50, 60 hours and I'm still getting paid the same. Versus like if I'm an hourly employee, you know, I would get compensated for that. And obviously they would also be like, oh no, you need to get off the clock. But as a salary employee, like you never not working. Because you're never clocked out. You don't clock in and clock out.
Well, okay. We're going to get to you in a second. But I am torn. I will say I'm torn because one, I do actually know how to say no, and I be telling the answers no. Do they listen? That's something else.
That's also a big part.
They just keep pushing on trying to get what they want done. That's where like, as far as like working for big business, that's why I can't really grasp the concept, and it's very frustrating.
I totally agree, especially with like. I don't want to say manipulate because that's a very strong word, but like sometimes it does feel like that. Like
it's very much manipulation.
Like whenever it's convenient for me, like I want you to do it, but whenever it's not convenient for me, like absolutely not. Like don't do it. And so like that's why I was like figuratively saying like you don't technically clock in and clock out, and so you have to set those boundaries of like. That's why I was like, no, like I work strictly 40 hours a week. So like whether I'm here 8 to 5 one day or 8 to 4, once I get to my 40 hours on Friday, like, that's at 3 o'clock. Bye. That's 3 o'clock. Sorry, like I hit my 40 hours. Like that's what I'm compensated for. So that's what I'm going to be here for.
I think too, my first year. Not to say I didn't have a balance. I think I had a good balance. It's not as great as it is now. But my mindset was always, I'm salary for 40 hours. I'm going to do 40 hours, no more, no less. Now, did I take work home? Yes. Typically, it was treatment plans. And that was more so because I worked better in silence. And you can't do that at a center.
That is so true.
Like, right?
I get so much done working from home versus
So my first year was more so doing that. taking treatment plans home. Outside of that,
okay, that makes me not feel so bad because outside of treatment plans, I don't take nothing home. If it's time for me to clock out, the laptop is closed.
Yeah, definitely.
Bag on my shoulder, and y'all need anything? No, okay, bye.
Yeah, I think too, it comes into play with one, who you are as a person. So, like you were saying, like your anxiety. Yeah. I have anxiety a little bit, but it's more about the unknown. It's my anxiety. And then like kind of learning. I learn quick. I'm a people watcher. Yeah. I'm an ABA. So like I learned quick after that first time of missing a deadline or putting something off. Yeah. Hey, it's all right. Yeah. Cool. All right. Like I'm not purposely trying to miss deadlines, but I'm also not overextending or killing myself to get it if I don't have those pieces put in place for that. Now if it's just on me, it's on me. Then okay. All right, I gotta buckle down and do it or whatever. But I think I'm a good fuck it person. I've always, and they know this. Like I'm big on fuck it. Yeah, for sure. It'll get done when it get done. It'll be there. Like within ABA, I feel like, how can I say this? It's gonna be what it's gonna be. It's gonna be the same stuff the next day. So a lot of times you can, even if you don't feel like it, be like, all right, leave this here. It'll be here tomorrow. Oh, this kid needs program put in. He'll need that program tomorrow. Oh, this kid needs data sheets. I get those data sheets tomorrow. But I think too, it's a fine line between putting something off tomorrow and then kind of dragging it out. Because I will forget. If I don't do it in that moment, I didn't need that face.
No, I'm thinking like it resonated with me as well because I'm like, ooh, I got a to-do list that's like.
Because you tell me a kid needs something, sometimes if I don't do it in that moment, it's probably not going to get done. And I'm going to come back next week and you're going to be like, hey, so-and-so, did you do? And I'm like, I completely forgot. Sorry. And I think too, on top of everybody know I'm a fucking person. I'm a big, hey, it's going to take me 5 to 7 business days to get back to you. Yeah. Okay. Like, because sometimes it be, especially your first year, you're still trying to find the groove. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you don't always have that support. Like, I didn't have a lot of support. I won't say I didn't have a lot of support. I didn't know how to use my support. I didn't know personality-wise how me and my support, we just didn't mesh personality-wise. So, my on-center support. Yeah. So, like, I'm still navigating things. And then I have this deadline. I have this paperwork. I have these updates. Then eventually I had these trainees. So, it can start to be a lot. So, I think, and I'll be honest, I didn't really say no my first year a lot, but it was more my mindset of I'm trying to learn and grow. I was still very passionate, you know. Bright-eyed, bushy-tailed first year. Oh, I'm a BCBA. So, like, I'm going to do all I can to learn what I need to learn. And I'm a hands-on learner, so I'm going to take it and run with it. If I get stuck or if I need help, I'm going to reach out to the people I know I can get help from. A lot of times, even my first year, leaning on those techs, because a lot of times you come into a situation where the techs know the kids better than you. So leaning on those techs, getting their ideas, but putting your certification on it, if that makes sense. So that's some of those ways I did try to balance those things. But it's hard. Yeah. It's really hard.
I think something else for me, because like you said, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, yeah, like I passed, I'm like, I'm a BCBA. Like, I can do the things that I've always set out for myself. Like, I'm accomplishing these goals, and I got all these ideas, all these plans, and things of that nature. It's like, for me, feeling like you have the support or being like told that you have the support and they're showing up for you, and then it's like snatched away and like you don't have that support anymore. So it's just kind of like, oh, well, shit. Well, who do I lean on? Or who's my point of contact? How do I navigate these tough conversations? And I've had to have quite a few tough conversations, hard conversations with families just a month in as a BCBA, and I'm like, oh shit, like this isn't like the lollipops and gumdrops that I thought it was going to be, and that's okay because yes, I did sign up for this. I know it's not going to be perfect, but still, in the sense of like, if you, I think like as I continue to grow in my role, if I say that I'm going to do something, I want to be able to show up as much as possible. Yes, we're all still human, but a lot of times I feel like these companies like kind of drop the ball when it comes. It's like false promises or like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be here to support you, and now you're on to the next thing. So it kind of leaves like a sour taste in your mouth. And for me, at least, I can't speak for everyone else, but like for me, it makes me feel like as a person that has trust issues, and like I already don't like asking for help when I feel like I can't ask for help. And then the help is not there. So it's just like, well, shit, I don't want to ask your ass for nothing. Leave it alone. Do you need anything? Nope. I'm good.
Sure don't. Yeah.
Even if I'm struggling, I'm good. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to find someone else that I know doesn't mind actually helping me and assisting me through that. So.
Yeah. This reminds me, like, so, like, for the company I work for, they have, like, roles for, like, training, like, new, like, therapists that come in, and, like, that's, like, additional, like, responsibilities on top of your already busy load and like busy responsibilities, and so like another thing about like kind of like a side note, like we have to like take direct with the patients if like there's no coverage, and so like which I know you're very familiar with.
For sure.
So
love it actually.
And like although I do not mind taking direct with kiddos at all, that is not like the problem. The problem is like I'm still expected to do like all these other things, and I'm also a trainer on top of that. And then like, you know, like whenever I'm like looking to leadership and like expecting them to be like, hey, like let me take this off of your plate, something that as like a newer BCBA I need to start asking like me like more direct, like, hey, I need you to take this off of my plate. Instead of like being like, hey, like I might like, you know, need a little bit more time on this because I have to do all these XYZ things. For then leadership to come back and say like, oh, I don't like how you said that, and it's like, oh, because I'm advocating for myself or because I'm not going to do what you need me to do right now in this moment.
It has to be within their parameters. And it's just like, I don't like that. Or you advocate for yourself, they take whatever you're asking for them to take off of your plate, and then it turns into something else, like another fire, because the way they take it off your plate, it just adds more work for you to do.
Later.
So absolutely. It's just like, you know what? I don't need your help. I will just be in the trenches and figure this shit out. But it's a struggle.
What were some good things or some highlights about your first year as a BCBA, other than, hey, I passed the exam for BCBA now?
Some highlights, like just really like seeing the progress of like my kiddos. Like they just always does it for me. Like I've seen kiddos, the behaviors reduce significantly, like to the point where they're able to like do other things in their life, like in community settings. Like I love like big moments, little moments. Like I have one kiddo, and just like all like the little milestones that they meet, big or small, I think they really like does it for me. Or like just also being able to really just see them grow. I feel like this continues to be the reason why I wake up every morning and continue to choose ABS, because I'm able to
see that that's your like personal reinforcement.
For
that's
sure.
Also for me too, of like to like see like the progress that these kiddos have made, and then even better to like tell the parents and like to have the parents come and validate you too, and like y'all are doing such a good job, like this my kiddo's doing this and this, and like a year ago I would have never been able to say that, and like you're crying with the parents in like in parent meetings, like like crying with them, and like we like, you know, like it's a collaboration, and like like I think that's a really, really big high for me. And exactly like you said, like that's why I keep showing up, because like although, you know, some of the companies that we work for can be really shitty, which really sucks for like
the people that do the work.
The people that do the work. The reason why I think we continue to show up day in and day out is because we are here for the kids, and we are helping the kids, and to see them meet these like tiny milestones or big milestones is like just so like you're in awe, because you're like, wow, like this science actually works.
For sure.
You know, and like it's just such a great feeling. For sure.
I definitely agree with that. I think for me, which is unusual for the first year, but my company I was at, they really didn't have many who can do it. Was getting trainees and teaching off the bat. Like, it's my first year, but here I am already teaching future BCAs. So for me, kind of seeing that and taking that knowledge and passing it on, and now I see them, because I pretty much still talk to all level. So now I see them as BCBAs now, and like them reaching back out or asking for advice and things like that. Like, yes, the kids are great. That's what we do it for. Wake up for, all that. But for me, it was definitely like training.
I feel like you're a really great teacher, though, too.
Baby. Yes.
A great trainer.
I think I'm naturally good at it, because I think too, I'm not gonna give you no bullshit.
You gonna break it down too.
You do, and I'll never forget something that you told me whenever I was going to study for my exam, because I love that you're very like real, and it's like, but you're not lying, like it's like and I'll never forget when I was going to take my exam, you're like, okay, make sure you know this, this, and this, and she's like, okay, and then when you pass, you can just forget all that fucking shit, because I don't use none of it.
No,
but it's true. It's so true. When the last time you used alternating design?
Like seriously. When I passed my test, I think I really felt like, after I like got that paper, for people who don't know, I was a multiple time test taker, so dedicated to trying to get them 4 letters for sure. But like, when I got that paper, and like when that real moment, first of all, I was in the little lobby like screaming. I was like, you just don't know how much this means to me. And the man was like, congratulations. And I'm like, fuck you. This means so much. I'm over here crying and everything.
Like, fuck you, kidding.
But like, after like I came down off of that high, I literally feel like I just felt all that stuff that I tested on just seep out of my brain, and my ears, my eyes, my nose, like everything. Because I'm like,
you don't really use the 7 dimensions.
No.
You use the function. You might do some partial and some whole intervals, but
outside of that, we really
reinforcement.
the basic stuff.
Yeah.
Like, the stuff that you need to pass your RBT exam, add a little bit more to that.
Yeah.
That's really
So
we do.
Now, I feel like a lot of the stuff that you have to learn for the exam is also like for like the research part of it.
Yeah.
The research part of the film,
sure.
which we're not in. Like, we don't really see that side. And then also, like, I don't have a lot of experience like with the school side either. So like different like using like partial and whole and like all of those things, like I feel like are more for like those school type settings.
For sure.
Like you'll see more partial and whole in the clinic, but most of the time you won't.
Yeah. I love me a partial and whole interval.
Okay. You know.
Give me a little DRL, DRO, DRH. I love it. Okay. Speaking of passing your exam, what was your experience passing your exam? We know yours.
It was a experience for sure.
Yeah. Do you want to go first, or?
No, I think I've already like shared like more in depth of like,
sure.
What do you like? Okay.
Like, how did you feel? How was your test? Like, I can start if you like.
I felt like, okay, so that I'm trying to remember how many times I even take the test. Was it my third time?
We ain't got to get that in there.
Okay, well,
it's up to you.
I could be very transparent at times with the stuff that I want to be transparent with. But yeah, my third time taking it, I went to a very familiar test site. Because I was like, the last time I was here, everyone was super nice. I told the woman I was nervous, and she was like in that moment, she like prayed with me, and I was like,
oh, so sweet.
You're a real one.
That's nice.
Oh my gosh, that's so wholesome.
No, it really was. And then like when I got out the test, I was so sad because I was 4 points away from passing. But anyway, that's not the heights of the story. Going back there, like I said, the same woman was there. She assisted me again. I'm sure she didn't recognize my face because I'm sure they see hella people,
a bunch of people
all day, every day. But once again, she still had a very like welcoming spirit about her. She sat me down. The whole process of like just going in there, like if you're not a nervous person, if you're not a person that's horrible at taking tests, you will be just through the process of like.
I always warn everyone about that process. I literally feel like that is too much.
No, like pat you down and everything.
Pat you down, fingerprints, shake out all your
cavity check.
Right.
Literally like shake
your
out,
underwear.
Yeah, like what's your DNA? What's your social security number? What's your mom's, dad's, brother's, sister's urine sample? Like. But that's literally so, and like literally, and I'll get into mine, but like that whole process is wild. It's straight up wild at those testing centers.
Nerve-wracking. But yeah, I said a prayer to myself, and I was like just really determined. Like I even like just kept that prayer with, like literally kept it close to my heart.
I love that. And so much. Won't he do it?
Went in there.
Won't he will?
Lord, won't he will?
Won't he will?
Don't make me do a praise break. But yeah, did went through it all. Did not psych myself out. Took my little moments to like just breathe through it. Submitted my test, and I was like, at that moment, I was like, okay, like look it, I'm just gonna submit it. It is what it is. I'm not changing any answers. This is it. That's all. Went out there, and I low key feel like I went out there to the lobby with my eyes closed.
Yeah.
Like, I really feel like I was out there walking like this. Like, I can't look. I was peeping it because if you don't know, you get one paper if you pass. If you fail, you get two. So I was looking at the thickness of the paper, and it hadn't been printed out yet. And so I was pretending like I wasn't looking, but I was looking because I just wasn't trying to, like, get too excited or not, get too sure of myself or whatever. But I felt like I had it. And then once I saw him, like, fold it over and put it down, I was like, oh, it's thin. It's thin. And, like, he, passed it to me. He said, congratulations. And I just started screaming. Like, literally just started screaming. I was shouting in the elevator.
Yeah.
Naturally, I'm not a loud person unless it is a moment of, like, excitement.
Yeah.
Or, like, I've had a drink or two or something like that.
Yeah.
But that moment, I was in the elevator with, like, two other people, and I was just like, thank you, Lord. Like, thank you, just crying. I had to go to the bathroom, look at myself like, girl, you did that.
You did.
So hyped.
Like,
I don't know if I had ever,
it's literally like cloud nine. It literally is. Like, if cloud nine had a feeling, it's that.
It is.
Yeah.
Like, I was even so excited, like, to when I got to my car, I was, like, just ready to tell the world, like, tell everybody that had, like, rooted for me the whole process, like, the whole way. And it was like God knew I just needed that moment to myself for a little bit, because when I got to my phone was overheated. Like, it wouldn't even turn on. And then when it did turn on, it was like, your phone is too hot. iPhones. Your phone is too hot. Wait for it to cool down. So I'm just like still in the car screaming, crying. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. I think I texted our group chat, and I was like, I sent the picture. And Janae called me. I'm at the gym, but
honestly, like I was in our kitchen.
Yes.
And I opened the text and I started screaming, and Scott was like, "What's wrong? What's wrong, babe? What is happening?" And I'm like just screaming like, "Ah!" Like jumping up and down, like just like running around, and he's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And I was like, "Area pass. And he's like, "Pass what? Pass what?"
Yeah.
The bar.
No.
I literally ran out the gym because I knew I was going to be so loud. Like, shoes off, like, I gotta call her.
And it was like, I get emotional just like thinking about it. And honestly, knowing like how, I'm not gonna say like my experience so far has been rough, but it has been like, dang, like okay, get through that, dang, here comes something else type of thing. But like even just talking about that, like right now in this moment, it just like reassures me of one, the support system that I have and have had along the way that I continue to have. And then like just knowing like you do have people rooting for you no matter like how hard it gets and all of those things. And I'm really fortunate to have shared that experience with y'all, for y'all to be a part of my journey and like all of these things. All of those things.
Girl, we got you.
But yeah,
I love it.
But yeah, so it's really been, it's been overall it's been a learning experience. If it has not, if I can't label it as a good experience, it's been a good learning experience.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah.
Definitely.
What about you?
So I have a lot of fucking anxiety, which they know.
For sure.
I have terrible anxiety. Shout out to all my mental health people. And I just remember like studying for the exam and like I didn't tell anybody when I was going to take my test, but I'm sure like Janae had like a feeling because like telling myself like you're out, you're going to fail because you're like out. But I was like, but the other part of myself was like fighting that person and saying no, like you need like relief, you need like time to like debrief before you go in and take this test. And so the whole time I'm like asking Janae like questions about the test and like what about this and what about this and what do you do about this and what is this and what is this and I'm struggling with this. And Janae was fairly patient and would answer my questions just like okay let's leave that out, like we're having fun right now, like don't worry about it. And then I remember like on that Monday I called into work because I was just so distraught that I took Saturday off from studying. So called into work on Monday and I had already taken Tuesday off to take my test. And so that whole day Monday was just studying and that whole night I probably slept maybe 30 minutes the whole night. And like
that's about
then I was like stressing about my anxiety about not sleeping because they're like make sure you get a good night's rest. And I was like, well, I'm on 30 minutes of sleep.
I feel like it's very subjective though.
Yeah, it is so subjective. So 30 hours of sleep, of course I'm early to everything because y'all know my anxiety.
Facts.
So pull up early and I'm just like sitting in my car and I'm like, okay, this is it. And I can like literally like hear my heart just like beating out of my chest. And I'm like, okay, like let's do it. And then like you get to the part where like you have to check the fuck in and like they're like, the lady was a little bit rude and so that did not help my experience at all. She was like, where's your ID? And I'm like, okay, here it is. And she's like, you gotta seal your phone and all the jazz, take your fingerprints, yada yada. Yeah, everything, literally.
Yeah.
And I just remember like bringing my sweater because I get cold, and like the first lady like let me pass it because like you check in the front and then like you go around this like little corner thing and you go to the actual room and somebody else checks you into to make sure you didn't switch out with your twin or something in that 5 feet that you go or whatever.
Yeah.
My clone was gonna just pop out the building. I don't know. So like you get to the second checkpoint and they were like, oh, you can't bring your sweater in. And I'm like, oh, well, they didn't tell me anything back there. Like made me take off my sweater, redo everything again. And then they finally go sit me down and it's like a soundproof room. And so like you hear everything. You hear the air kick on and off. You hear people coughing and sniffling. And so they're like, oh, like if you need it, you can put on these headphones. Well, when I put on the headphones, all I hear is my heart beating out of my fucking chest. So I'm like, do I want to hear my heart beating like 90? Like I could, my heart rate was probably like 300 or something. I don't know. Yeah. I was like, do I want to hear that or do I want to hear this person over there coughing every 5 seconds? And so I chose my heartbeat. So I was like, okay. And so I click start and I'm like, brain dumping. They tell you have to click start first before you brain dump because that's considered cheating or whatever. So I click start and I'm like brain dumping all the stuff that I like remember that they say it's really important for the exam. And I remember like getting to the questions and I was like maybe on question 10. And I just remember like literally like choking back tears because I was like, I'm about to fail this test. Yeah. like, and I'm getting emotional now just like thinking about it, because I'm like, I'm about to fail this test, and I'm like, I was just talking myself through, like, it's okay, just try your best and just submit it, and it's okay, you can take it again. Because for those that don't know or haven't gone to the test yet, a lot of the answers are which one of these choices is the best answer, meaning that every single answer choice is technically correct, but they want you to choose the best answer. And so by the time I'm like, question 10, I'm like, oh God, like, this is not good. So like I get to the end, and same as you, Ari, I'm like, you know what, fuck it, I'm not gonna change shit. Like, it is what it is. If I knew it, I checked the answer, and if I didn't know it, I checked an answer. So all right, let's go. It is what it is. And a really good like tip that was given to me was like, if you don't 100% know that the answer is wrong, don't change it. And so I was like, okay, I don't know that, so I'm gonna leave everything as it is. And so I submit the test, whatever, and you go out, and whenever I got out, there was a long line of people, and so that the lady had a huge stack of papers.
Oh, that would have drove me.
So I was like freaking the fuck out. I was like, see, yep, I knew it, I failed, I knew it. And so, she's like, there's like 5 people in front of me, like, getting their stuff, and she's going slow as fuck. So I'm like, no, and I
They
bless
don't.
her heart.
They hear all day.
She just literally here all day, and all these people, she's like leafing through. Here you go. And I finally get to the front, and she's leafing through, and I'm like, oh my God, please let there be one piece of paper. I'm like, please let it just. And then she like gets out a piece of paper, and I see that it's one, and she hands it to me, and I literally just break down, like bawling. And like they laugh at me, like her and the other lady like laughed at me. Yeah. And I'm like,
where's her tires?
What's her name?
I wish I knew. Cause like, I'm literally just like, when she hands over the paper, like I just break down, and she's like, congratulations. And like, same as you, it's like, you just don't understand like
how much
like this means to me, and so like I'm literally like walking out, like just tears like just streaming. And so I get in my car, and I'm like, the first person I think to call is Sebastian. He's at work. So I'm like, well, fuck. And so
I got a sidebar for that one. I called myself, was gonna prank DeMarcus and tell him, because he's been along the journey the whole time. I was like, I'm not gonna tell him. I'm gonna wait till I get home, because I was the last person who left at the testing site when I took it. It was like later in the evening. Yeah. But yeah, he knows me like the back of his hand. Yeah. He was like, I knew you passed. So, you would have called me, and I was like, damn. But yeah.
Damn it. No, so I text him, and like, I text him first, but I know he's at work, so he didn't respond. So then I text the group chat, and I'm like, guys,
we were at work.
Yeah.
I remember getting that text. I was like,
we have to plan something. We have to do it.
And then and then I pull up to work the next day, and I text the group chat again. I was like, how funny that all y'all, and mind you, I'm the early riser. All these hoes.
I'm an early riser.
No, you're not.
I wake up early.
Okay, then you just arrive late.
I be
because
everyone in line on time.
It depends on what it is.
Okay,
yeah, I don't like being late.
Emily, you, and then you and Tisha kind of like.
Yeah, but Emily don't count.
I be here on my time.
That's true. She didn't count.
I be here when I'm supposed to be
what
there.
Was your
not a minute earlier, not a minute late.
When she felt like
exactly. If I don't open that day, I didn't have to be there until I wanted to, as long as I got my hours.
That's true. With that company, that's so true. I do miss that. And those 26 billable hours is the minimum, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. That was so nice. That was so nice. Anyways,
I didn't get to experience it because I was done for. I did.
Yeah.
But anyways, I just remember pulling up, and I was like, how funny is that all y'all hosts here early as fuck this morning? And then they're like, wait outside.
And you waited outside.
I still have that picture. I'll put it up.
Oh,
I think I still have that picture.
I do. I see it all the time. I see it all the time, and I'm like, very thankful for the community and like the friendship and like the studying, like
Oh yeah, because we
our little study
we used to be on what was it, Google
Meet, studying and like asking questions and like
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, like this the journey that it takes to get here. Like it really makes you like prideful in those 4 letters.
Yeah, for sure.
Makes you very prideful in like the work that we do.
Yeah.
And yeah, honestly, same. Like just talking
I
about
carry
it.
my bag.
Girl, I love that for you.
One of the letters falling off, but it's okay. I'm gonna put some super glue on it.
Not already falling off.
Iron it back on.
Oh, I'm about to call Etsy real quick.
No, it's not. It's not because it's because I got like OCD and I just wanted to wash it and I was like maybe I should have hand washed it or something. Spot clean.
Yeah.
But she do fine.
Today is your turn.
Yeah.
How was your test experience?
My test experience. So I will say this. Even scheduling, so I took my test COVID era.
Did you take it online?
No. It was like towards the end.
Oh, okay.
Whatever the good part about it is you could cancel your test without the fee and reschedule. So I rescheduled my test maybe about 3 times. And then the last time I scheduled it, it was on my grandfather's birthday. So like I just felt like this is right. Mm-hmm. I got it. Yeah. The Lord is telling me this is your time. So same thing. Didn't really sleep. Anxiety. Because the test center I didn't know. I got there early, so I just sat in the car. I was probably the first and only person in the parking lot. Got up there, shake down, blase.
Yeah.
It was plenty of people, so they split us up for like BCBA and something else, and then it was some people like taking their MCATs. Is it the MCATs?
Oh, for like medical school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they went to the other side. First 10 minutes.
Yep.
I failed already. I just don't know it. Like, just in my head. It's like, okay, but I have to, like, finish it. I have to finish this. So, all my practice exams, I got done and I had plenty of time left over.
No.
My real test, I had like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
5 minutes. I said, where did the time go?
Where did the time go?
Then, with that 5 minutes, I was probably like, I'm going to go back and relook at the flag ones, right? And then I was like, no. Because then I'm just going to second guess myself.
Yep.
Hit submit, go out. So I didn't know about the multiple paper thing. Mm-hmm. So the guy handed it to me, but he folded it up. I failed. So I literally held this paper, walked out, like, elevator, did not look at it.
Girl, you better than me.
Literally got down to the garage, opened it, bawled.
Oh my God.
Bawled my eyes out. Of course. And I told my sister I was taking it. And then I told one of my friends who I was studying with that I was taking it, but I told her on accident. So then because I told her, I had to tell my sister because I was like, this isn't right. So I called my sister. She didn't answer, but she was at work. And then she called me back. And she couldn't be excited because she was at work. And then I called my mom. My mom didn't know I was taking it, but she's like, I just had a feeling you were going to take it. And good job. And I'm just still bawling my fucking eyes out. And I think what made it worse is that, for y'all who don't know, my grandfather is not alive. So just knowing I did that on his birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay.
You want some tissue?
No. Now we crying.
No, you made me
I am a crybaby. I am a scaredy cat. I am a crybaby. So like that just meant a lot for me. Yeah. Especially because I went through the whole thing changing my last name to his last name.
Yeah.
Blah. So because I wanted my legacy to continue his legacy.
Yeah.
So that was
you're doing the damn thing. Not only did you pass your test, but you also are like training and like
in the process.
And like building up the future of ABA and the future like BCBAs, like
the right way.
Yeah.
The real way.
We'll
Because
get to
I
that.
might tell you a joke, but I never tell you a lie. So yeah, that was literally me taking the test. First time. Thank God, one and done, because I don't know if I could do it multiple times.
That's me.
I would
Like,
probably
that's
get
why
discouraged.
I praise you, girl, because if I like,
ain't no way. I'd be like, this is just
I'm
not for
like,
me.
not for me.
I was psyching myself out, and then like along the way of like, like knowing that you're capable of doing something, because I feel like a lot of stuff like academically, a lot of things just came like easily and natural for me.
Yeah.
And like to get so far in the journey,
to be like,
it's just like,
let down.
Like, am I stupid? Am I like, what is it? Like, what's going on?
For that, like, also for those who don't know and who have never experienced like this type of exam, it's not an exam that like you can study for it, but it's not like an application exam.
No.
It's we're gonna give you this we're gonna give you this scenario, and then we want you to choose the best answer, the most likely, the most ethical.
Yeah.
And so literally you have a question and you have 4 or 5 answers, and all of those answers are technically correct. You have to choose the one that's the best correct, the most correct. Yeah. So the fact that you did the damn thing, like,
I want to say this too, because I tell people this. Out of all the people I have trained, you are the one that, if I had questions, I would call. And I tell people, like, it's so, like, I'm not great with terms, but even, like, with training her, I remember we were potty training the kid, and Ariel would be in the bathroom all day. I would literally bust in the bathroom and be like, hey, what's this? What's the term I'm looking for? What, and just applying it. And I still tell people, like, the new trainees I'm getting at my new job, I'm like, listen, this is my track record for first time passing, but ironically, the motherfucker I will put money on did not pass the first time, but know the shit like the back of her head. Like, literally. Like, can apply it, can do all of it.
Thank y'all.
So,
it means a lot. I appreciate it. As you were also talking, I was like thinking, like, shout out to my man also, because
to my man, thank you to my man.
He did it like he knew, like he saw me like going through grad school, like, but yeah, going through grad school, like I took a gap year from my bachelor's to my master's, like a year and a half actually, because I didn't get into the school that I originally wanted to go to. Blessing in disguise, because I would have been even in much more debt than I am now. But he was like, I know, he would just like pour into me, I feel like. And I feel like this big piggybacking off of like, it's good to have your girls, but it's also good to have your significant other, like supporting you through that. It's coming. It's coming for you. He was very supportive, like, cause he would be like, I know you know your shit. Like, I know, like, I've seen you, like, you going to school full time. You're doing, like, you're getting your hours, and you come home and then you study too. So, like, I know you know it. Like, I know you didn't get this far to just be like, fuck it. So, to like continue to keep on going. Like, yes, it was proving something to myself, but it was also literally y'all like helping me, like, if you know it or not, like helping me along the way. Like, you know what? I do know this shit. Yeah. It's like, I'm sick of it. But the process of it all, I was also going to ask, because we know how significant Janae's test date was to her. And I had a multitude of different test dates that I thought were significant. I ended up passing on my half birthday. So corny. But on my half birthday, I was able to get my 4 letters. Was your dates like significant for you, or was it just like a random date that you picked?
It was the first date that popped up when I signed on to the website to schedule my exam.
Well, guess what? It's significant now.
It's significant now. It is March 28th.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that.
I have a question for you, and I guess for all of us.
Yeah.
But for you first, what is a piece of advice you could give to a BCBA in their first year?
don't be afraid to try new things. I feel like I like to tell people, I don't say it as much as I used to, but you can't mess up kids with autism. You just create new habits you later got to change. So go ahead, try it. If it doesn't work, go to something else. I think a lot of times we are so in a box, especially if you don't have a lot of freedom, which my second to third year as a BCBA, I didn't have a lot of freedom. So I feel like I was so much in a box and you lose your creativity within that. But still, don't be afraid to try new things or just try.
For sure.
Yeah.
For me, it would be, because I'm still learning this, but for me, it would be giving yourself grace, not thinking that you have to have it all figured out, and not like figured out in the sense of like you know it all, but just like having the processes figured out of like what works for you and what doesn't work for you. Because I still to this day have a system that I have not yet been able to implement, but I know when all of the other things die down, I'll be able to implement that for myself as far as like how organized I know that I am and like just the structure of it all. So like just being okay to like go with the flow and give yourself grace in the process of learning yourself in a new role, because it's a journey.
Yeah. No, for real. Absolutely.
What about you?
Oof, that's.
Let me look at my list.
I feel like some advice I could give to a brand new BCBA is not to let like what company you work for define who you are as a BCBA, and like kind of bringing us all together. Like, don't lose your creativity. Don't be afraid to think outside of the box. I know you've always told me that, and I also had a professor in grad school tell me, like, don't get stuck in the box of, like, ABA as a whole, and, like, autism. Like, don't be afraid to, like, think outside of that box and, like, have that creativity. And don't, like, be, like, just, like, so, like, I don't want to say bogged down by a company, but, like, just, like, so... You know, like, don't be so, like, caught up in a company that you feel like you can't, like, do your own thing and, like, try your own things. Like, because, like, you got the degree, too. Like, you did the work. Like, you went to school, and everybody has their own experience. And that kind of leads me to my second tidbit of advice. It doesn't matter how long you've been in the field. Don't be afraid to ask somebody, like, for advice, whether they've been a BCBA for 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 2 seconds. And, like, everybody has their own experience in the field, and they can bring insight. And it's really big to, like, you know, collaborate. Because, like, if you're going to be worried about, oh, like, I've only been a BCBA for a little bit of time, I can't contribute. Yes, you can.
Yes,
you can.
Sometimes that fresh mind, that fresh set of eyes just come in and be like, oh, well, did you try this? Type of thing. So,
for sure. I love all that.
Yeah. Look at us, BCBAs and shit.
BCBAs. What? Board certified badasses.
It's not for the face at heart.
It's not.
But it's definitely worth it. I will say that.
I agree so much. Wholeheartedly.
What's next for us, guys? So just stay tuned. We have some things in the work. Check us out on Instagram, TikTok. What else do we have? That's it. YouTube. This will be on YouTube.
Make sure you subscribe.
Spotify, iTunes. Subscribe. Follow.
Tell your
like,
friends.
Subscribe, share.
Yeah, share the Shaping Shenanigans.
Please. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Yes. Get all your BCBA friends, okay? Yes. We're a community now.
Yes.
So, see you later, guys.
Bye.